Hi everyone, Julia here from the Little Shop of Nerds, and I am with
Mike.
So, tomorrow is the 4th of July, so we are doing a movie, and this was the dumbest movie I'd ever seen.
I warned you.
So I'm going to go ahead and I'll give the hint. The hint was Founding Fathers.
Today we're going to be doing a movie that came out on Netflix and only on Netflix called America the Motion Picture. Like she said, it was the dumbest movie, and truth be told, I did warn her. And it's so dumb, it's kind of laughable, but it's really mostly stupid. Think if a Chad and a Kyle
Have babies.
and boom.
This movie was just. I did fall asleep during it, and then I woke up near the end of it, and I wasn't about to subject myself to seeing it. I think this is one of the rare occasions where I agree with the critics on this.
Oh, I agree with it 100%. It was terrible.
It is very bad. Like it could do without the gratuitous gore. Because I mean, within like the first 5 minutes, we already have a bunch of people dying, and there's a lot of blood. And
pretty much,
if you guys know me, like I'm not very big on gore unless it's an anime or video games, then I'm fine. But like
it was
animated
terrible.
blood like this, and like seeing it in movies, I'm just kind of like, oh.
It was terrible.
It was very, very bad. Also, the history that they put in this was so off.
Yeah, it's
like I understand that like what they're trying to do, but if I'm trying to watch something on history, I'd like to have it be somewhat actual. Which I mean, I know is rich coming from us who got all of our information in school when they didn't even give us all the right information in school.
Hell, this movie is more accurate than the fucking Hamilton musical, which I hate.
Yes. So,
yes, everyone, I did not like Hamilton. It's overrated. Fuck you.
I have not seen Hamilton yet, so I have no,
Don't.
I have no, what's the word I'm looking for? Opinion. I don't have an opinion on Hamilton because I've never seen it.
Well,
so,
like I said, it's overrated. It's not worth seeing.
So, anyways, let's get into the movie before people start hating on us for you not liking Hamilton.
Fuck them. In the Heights was better anyway.
So, it starts off with, all of the founding fathers are together and they're trying to decide on, I guess, a catchphrase or whatever. We the people. And they were playing beer pong.
Stupid.
And then we the people won, and then the British came in and blew them all up and stole the Declaration of Independence. Which, I do believe the Declaration of Independence was written after we won the war.
Like I said,
the Revolutionary War.
Like I said, everything about the movie is not factual. It's 100% garbage.
Yeah. So
if you're going to nitpick on everything, we might as well just wait till we get to the end.
Yeah, so then Benedict Arnold came in, stole the Declaration of Independence. Then there's George Washington and Abraham Lincoln, friends at the same time. Abraham Lincoln wasn't even alive when George Washington was alive. So Abraham Lincoln was like, no, because George Washington was our first president of the United States. Abraham Lincoln was our 16th, I do believe.
What did I say about waiting till the end till we get to that?
I'm just saying.
All right.
It pisses me off.
If we're going to keep doing this, we're going to have a long-ass video.
there's just so many inconsistencies. Like Thomas Edison was female and was friends with George Washington, and Thomas Edison wasn't alive during that time.
Are you done?
Yes.
Okay.
Pisses me off.
All right. George and Abraham Lincoln, they are kind of like bros.
Like best friends.
And they go to watch something that's like the Blue Man Group, but it's like red, white, and blue.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask. Then Benedict Arnold turns into a werewolf and kills him.
Abraham Lincoln.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they do a chase scene, and like I said, this movie is so stupid, and it's like trying to be like, you know how it tries to be like a, you know those 90s and 80s action films that are so manly you don't question how dumb it is, but when they try to bring it back in the 2020, you realize you need to stop.
Yeah, so at Abraham Lincoln's funeral, he meets Martha and they screw.
Very much.
And then she's like, "Oh, I'm pregnant," like immediately. Pregnancy doesn't happen like that, guys.
Yeah, but death is like, it's kind of like that. Because think, the 1700s. Think about it. You could be healthy 5 minutes and 10 minutes later, oh, I got polio. Just saying.
Whatever, Mike.
You remember that movie, A Million Ways to Die in the West?
No.
Oh, we're going to have to what?
If I want to watch that.
Would it be better if I say Seth MacFarlane's in it?
No.
Well, then fuck you, I guess.
I don't really like Seth MacFarlane either.
Fuck you, then.
Like, Family Guy is like just needs to end already. Like The Simpsons need to end.
Well, pretty much the whole idea of Million Ways Die in the West is the joke is people die in the West. You know how it was easily to die in the West.
Normally, you just die from dysentery.
Or
on the Oregon Trail.
Dysentery, gunfire, a cold, alcohol poisoning, ate something you shouldn't have.
Guys, I think Mike is from the 1800s.
Oh, and dying from methane, from coal, and trying to find gold and getting killed by a donkey.
See, what? Being killed by a donkey?
I'm just saying, they kick. You never know.
I think Mike's from the 1800s because apparently he knows all about this.
Can we get back on track? Like I said, Martha tells him to form a revolution, pretty much, be like Abraham. And he goes to Samuel Adams,
who is has a fraternity, and they're drinking beer. I don't think beer was a thing back in the 1700s.
It was. It's called ale. Or mead.
I mean, ale and mead, though, are slightly different from beer.
Doesn't matter. Alcohol's alcohol, right?
I guess. I mean, you know all about that, wouldn't you?
Truth be told, I never had... I hadn't had any alcohol, for a month.
I mean, I have, because... Anyways, so...
It doesn't matter.
So he manages to convince Sam Adams to join him. And then they go off to find Paul Revere was next, right?
Yeah, he's dressed like a knight for some reason.
Yeah.
And they're doing street races, and
think of Grease with the street race between Danny and the Scorpion dude.
Or maybe from Fast and Furious from
Well, I mean, that part, though, where she was standing in between them, that just reminded me of Grease, because I've never seen Fast and Furious.
Well, you know how they were covered themselves in glow-in-dark paint and everything? Mm-hmm. That's mostly what you see in Fast or Furious or any street illegal racing film. Mm-hmm. Let's just say that. But like I said, Paul Revere's wearing a suit of armor, and
He's a little too obsessed with horses.
Like every other girls who are obsessed with horses.
He wanted to. He was like, "Oh, new human friends. Oh wait, no, I got millions of human friends." And I don't think so because he seemed kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Anyways, so they get him to join, and then there's a thing with the British coming. They call them the Fun Police,
Kind of are.
and they manage to escape. And then they go to get Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison is in the process of being burned at the stake. Because they think that she's a witch. Well, he's a witch. And then it turns out that, or sorcerer. Then it turns out that Thomas Edison is a Chinese female. Who shouldn't have been alive during that time, but whatever. And
Geronimo.
yeah, I don't even know where he came from, but I just like looked at my phone. The next minute, there's an Native American that had joined them.
And they did like this weird opening scene. And I'm like looking at it and I'm trying to think, okay, that looks familiar. And so I had to look it up. It was some show called The Renegade. Some about something.
Was it from like
the 90s or?
Oh, I would say if it was from like.
It aired 1992 to 1997, and it's about an ex-cop who was framed, who became a bounty hunter. To clear his name, he teams up with a Native American bounty hunter.
Oh, okay.
I'm like,
okay.
Alright.
So, they're going into this place. Like, this kind of, like, made me chuckle a little bit, but they're going into this place called Vietnam, and they're like, oh, this is a place that we have no business being in, and we're just going to ruin it, and I was like...
Pretty much.
Kind of what happened with the Vietnam War. So they go in, and they end up, like, blowing up the place, and Benedict Arnold gets away, and they chase after him. And I don't remember what happens after that.
And there was a lot of stuff like trying to crack a code, they're in like Abraham Lincoln's treehouse. The British are trying to control everything. And
Martha Washington gets kidnapped at one point, and that's all I remember afterwards because I fell asleep around that part.
And they had like the King of Britain was really fat and eating food across the United States. And like he had like a bucket of fried chicken from KFC, and I'm like, okay. Mm-hmm. And he had this football that was this soccer ball. Okay, for the European people from Europe or the Latin communities, football.
Football is basically like soccer.
Well,
and in the United States, soccer is where we kick this little round ball around. That's black and white. It's called football in Europe.
Yeah, I think it makes more sense if you call soccer football. Because you kick the ball, right?
So then what would you call football?
Something else, because you really don't kick a ball.
Actually, football, like American football, is more closely related to rugby.
See?
If you think about it.
It is, but rugby, you don't wear any pads.
Yeah, it's because Americans are pussies.
Very much. And also cause more brain damage.
Yeah, I mean, you should actually definitely wear helmets, but
still,
all that padding is unnecessary.
Like I said, it's just then Benedict Arnold kills the fucking king. Then they...
What was up with Paul Revere becoming like a robotic centaur?
I don't know. And
when did that happen?
I think after... Oh, that's where they went to Gettysburg's address. And it turns out it was a code. And it was an actual address to a house called One America.
Oh, God.
And I was like, ugh.
Gosh, I'm so glad I fell asleep during some of this.
And somehow the horse took the bomb because he was trying to save Paul, and you get the point. It was dumb.
So they killed the horse?
Well, they used the horse body to make Paul look like a RoboCop centaur.
They killed the horse. That's...
It's even worse. They got that, was it the clock, Big Ben, to turn into a transformer. Or just a robot. And you remember that movie Big? Or you ever heard of it?
I've heard of it. Is that the one where Tom Hanks was like a child?
Then becomes Tom Hanks?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's a part in the movie where they're trying to sell this toy that's a building, but it's a transformer.
Mm-hmm.
And the character Tom Hanks played, Josh, saying, "Who wants to play with a building?" And he says, "Why don't you make it into a bug or something?" And I'm like, I'm wondering if that was a reference to Big or that was just a coincidence.
Might have been a reference to Big.
And you know those buses that in England they ride on?
Yeah, the double decker.
Yeah, they look like the AT walkers from Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, how many more references are you going to make?
Yeah. So, anyways, where I woke up was I guess it was during the final battle, and they had found Martha Washington, and she had bad teeth, her hair was white, and she was wearing a British outfit. And she was sitting on top of George Washington, had him pinned down, and there was a big fight, and
Edison turned the tea bags into beer, and
then she turned into the Statue of Liberty.
And the thing ends with, making the Washington monument.
No, they did kill Benedict Arnold with a silver bullet because he was a werewolf.
And after that, they blow up a building and they rebuild it to make the Washington Monument. And they tell they were going to make the Lincoln Then the ghost of Lincoln that looked like, how can I put this? Obi-Wan Kenobi from episode 5 and 6 of... Sorry.
Where he became a ghost.
In the Star Wars films. And let's just say they give him the Declaration of Independence. George taped.
Because Benedict Arnold had ripped it apart.
And George gave his speech, and everyone started arguing pretty much like how you see nowadays. And you know one thing I did kind of hate? Like, they got the references of the rednecks and the guns thing really good. But the people who were part of the LBGQ, they did not get right. Mm-hmm. And before you say anything, I'm talking about the ones who are, how can I put this in a nice positive way? The ones that are dicks, mm-hmm. The ones who are not trying to seek attention, mm-hmm. That they did not get right. Now, you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. You know that one woman who became trans, and she goes to every restaurant, and someone accidentally misgender her.
I'm talking about Lily Tino.
That one.
Yeah, what about her?
Yeah, they didn't capture that.
Well, I mean, when this movie came out, though, like, Lily Tino really wasn't a thing, I don't think.
No, but you...
I don't even want to get on the subject of Lily Tino because I have my problems with her, so...
Yeah, let's get off the subject.
We're not going to talk about her.
But But like I said, they got the first part right, because, you got the ones who are actually reasonable, which I like, mm-hmm. And I like those. I love them, but they didn't go to the ones who are nut jobs.
I mean, I don't really think they needed to, because, I mean...
I don't know, the old lady with the Bible was kind of... Oh,
yeah.
That was done too well.
That was done too well.
I'm like, I don't care. There's times I always see There's times that every time I see an overbearing Christian, I just want to just mess with them. Yes, I want to, because I want to do that thing from The Exorcist. Your mother sucks cocks in hell.
Yeah, see. So, if you guys hear anything, that's Noelle. She's in her cat carrier because she cannot stop escaping my apartment.
She's in cat jail.
So you guys might not see her for a little bit, until she can stop not running away or trying to run away. We don't know why she's doing it because she just started this. So I'm wondering if she's just not stimulated enough. So I'm going to have to get her some more cat toys and see if we can't stimulate her.
I wouldn't be surprised if she came out of that different, with a teardrop tattoo and be like, I seen shit inside, man.
I mean, she hasn't even been in there for that long.
It's a joke.
I know, but still.
Dogs and cats don't have concept of time. You could be outside for 5 seconds and the dog would be like, I miss you.
That's true. That's how Chewy is. Chewy's over here sleeping on the couch, being a good boy. Isn't that right, Chewy? Yeah, he's ignoring me.
Anyways.
So, but that was
the worst movie ever.
Definitely. I don't even know what the worst movie ever made is, but this is definitely up there. I don't recommend it at all.
I give it a 1.
I definitely give it a 1 too. No. I give it a half a star.
I give it
a 0.5.
Yeah, let's go with.
If I could give it a 0, I would, which I probably could.
Yeah, I give it a half a star. So pretty much.
Like there were some parts that were just kind of like funny, but for the most part, it was ass.
It was pretty garbage.
So. Yeah. I mean, props to, Channing Tatum for playing George Washington, but
nope.
Other than that, nah, it's.
But you can recommend he was really good in Demon Slayer.
He was very good in Demon Slayer. If you guys didn't know, Channing Tatum did the voice for Akaza's future father-in-law, or was going to be his father-in-law, in Demon Slayer. I can't remember his name. But he was in Demon Slayer, which should be coming out on streaming services soon. So if you guys missed it in theaters, you should see it soon on like Crunchyroll or whatever. So, but yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and give next week's hint. So next week's hint is gonna be Step Siblings, and this is something that Mike hasn't seen. I have seen a little bit of it. I know the gist of it. Mike has not seen it yet. So I'm excited to see how he will react with it. And if you guys heard that was just Discord. So, yeah, so that's it for this. Make sure you guys have a very safe holiday. Don't be blowing off any fingers with fireworks unless you're drunk. Actually, you probably shouldn't even be messing with fireworks if you're drunk.
Okay, let's say this. Sparklers is fine. Just don't get near no one's face, your skin, you're okay. Now,
don't hold fireworks in your hands while they're lit.
And also, let the professionals do it, and also let the parents do the lighting up. And have a far distance, and also, any people who do get drunk over the holidays, make sure you have a D&D, designated driver. And also for your nerds, have a D&D, wild D&D.
You mean DD.
Yep.
Designated driver, yeah.
And also have a D&D while you're doing D&D.
What would D&D be? I know Dungeons and Dragons, but what's the other D&D?
Designated driver.
It would just be DD, designated driver. There is no N there. It's not designated and driver.
Take away the driver and add a dungeon.
Mike, I think Mike needs to go home and go back to sleep. Get up on the right side of the bed. But yeah, like we said, have a safe holiday. Don't do anything dumb. Don't be blowing off any fingers.
And no drinking and driving.
If you do blow off fingers, make sure you get them on like ice or milk or something like that, and get to the hospital ASAP so they can sew your fingers back on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure they can do that.
And also, trying not to be white trash.
That too. Don't be shooting off guns either, unless you live out in the country.
Yep, and also, if we support the Second Amendment, right?
Mm-hmm. I do.
I support it, and also, I don't care what you carry.
Yeah. So, anyways, like we said, be safe, and we will subscribe, and we will see you guys, or we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye.